in April, I decided to buy this old Talbot Express van. Damp and brown and full of potential.
Oh, that's not good.
I had one goal, to take it across Europe. Completely on my own.
Somebody keep me safe, please.
I gave myself just 8 weeks to strip it back, build it out and learn how to run everything inside, before heading off on the scariest journey I've ever done.
I don't really know what that is. Oh my gosh!
I didn't realise it at the time, but this trip would become something else entirely. A crash course in self-belief, in figuring myself out, in finding a deep, independent confidence I've always taken from somebody else. And I learned to trust myself more than ever before.
Alright, let's do it.
Hey! Yes, lots went wrong, scary things I had to face head on, but so much also went right.
Oh my gosh.
I learned to laugh on my own, I met strangers who felt like old friends, and at the end I proved to myself that I can do this.
Morning, guys. Let's get some breakfast. Right guys, now I know I've shown you like a glimpse of that lake, but oh my god, what an amazing spot. Honestly, even when like it's raining, it's been thunder and lightning a lot here, and it's still that blue. It's not warm though. So right now I'm at a place called Lake Walchensee, in the heart of Upper Bavaria, one of Germany's largest alpine lakes, and I had to come. My friend Simone actually recommended this to me. She was like, you've got to go if you're passing. I dropped Craig to the airport the other day. Bye my love, see you later, see you in a week, love you, bye. His brother's getting married next month, Craig's best man, so we had to go home for the stag do. He also has tickets for an Oasis concert. So he's gone home for a week, and then I go and pick him up and we spend the next 10 days driving home and exploring together. So I've decided to pull into a campsite for the week, rest my heart, keep my anxiety at bay, sleep safely. This is just an hour and a half away from Munich, and then you're right in the middle of all the nature. They call this the Caribbean of Germany, a proper gem to come and visit. So this is my last video as a solo traveller. How has it gone, you ask? Well, where do I start? So in total, I've actually driven through 6 countries, but I've only really explored 5. I got the Eurotunnel over to France, and then I went through Belgium to get to the Netherlands, where I did the hot air balloon stuff. And then I crossed over into Germany, where I did dinner in the sky and the camping in the trees. Small fail. Then I made my way down to Switzerland, where I tried chocolate for the first time in 16 years. And next week, Craig's going to be back with me, and we're going to go into our last final country, that's Austria. We'll just see what that's got to offer. I've got a feeling it's going to be amazing. And I have got to say a massive shout out to my main man, Walter Peach. I can't actually believe he's got me this far. I wondered how it would go before I left. Like, I wonder how many breakdowns we're going to have. Is it really going to be a problem? But he's been amazing. Like, he hasn't actually broken down once. Like, I took him to the garage because he had a few knocks. But he's done so well. For like a 40-year-old fan, I am truly proud of this guy. I might have spoken too soon. We're not home yet. Apart from flinging him off the side of a cliff, like, it was no bother. Apart from that time that his windscreen wipers broke and it was raining and I couldn't see and I nearly died. Like, he's been fine. Or that one time we nearly had a gas explosion when I made a cup of tea. But apart from that, or that one time where he had a proper meltdown in a small traffic jam and overheated, like, he's been the best. And that one time that we turned him off and we pulled out the keys but he didn't actually turn off. He's been great. Or that one time where the wind blew his back doors open and the bike smashed the brake light. Like, apart from that, he's been such a champion. But he does leak, and I did pull the door handle off. I wouldn't trade him for anything else. So one thing that I've tried to keep as like a morning routine on this trip is cold water dips. when you cannot say no to that water, even though it's freezing. But don't worry, we're not going alone. I've got a floaty. Oh, honestly, there's nothing quite like a cold dip in the morning just to wake yourself up. You feel the cold in your bones and it's just, you can't be anywhere else. You have to be present, you have to be here and now. And all your worries kind of go away. It's so good, honestly. I challenge you to do it if you've never done it before. I love this. Like, look at what a spot I've got, honest to God. Oh, it's freezing. Okay. Honestly, I feel like I could be on the road for another whole year and not have worn everything that I brought with me on this trip. Cristiano Ronaldo top. Nah, he's not the vibe today. Sorry, Christian, mate. Alright, so what we're wearing usually depends on what activity we're doing, which then depends on what wig I'm going to wear, which then depends on what accessories I'm going to put on, and what bag I take, and what shoes I'm going to put on. So today I'm getting a cable car up to the top of a mountain, and then we're going to hike for about an hour. I mean, we'll see what happens. Not much of a hiker. But I feel like while I'm here, I've got to do it because it's such a beautiful area, and hiking is what you do around here. So I think we'll probably go with like gym wear. It's my last solo video as a girl. Maybe we'll go with pink. Oh yeah, I had my nails done the other day. Love. Let me just put a face on. Okay, wig time. So I only brought about 15% of my collection that I own at home. Okay, let me introduce you to some of the girls. We have got Melissa, the mullet, nice little short number, little pixie cut. Rachel, she's quite long. She's 28-inch little number with a little money piece, like little blonde bits at the front. Love. Then we've got Chopper, a little copper number. She's cute. Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low. This little Cher number, we'll call her Cher. She doesn't have a name. Or Curly Sue. I only wear it now and again. It's quite out there. It's like a big curl mullet from the 80s. I've got to feel super cool to wear this. Not today. Baby Spice, a personal favourite and one that probably gets the most use. This one's relatively new, so she's still quite soft. Just a really nice, light, ashy blonde. My Julie. This is Baby Spice, but cut. Cray cut her in the wind not too long ago, so she's a little bit. I wish I could get my hair to be this kind of colour and thickness. Morticia. Speaks for itself. She's a dark little number. I think it is dark brown, not black, but I think this one is also around 28 inches, quite long, keeps you warm. Chili, this is a little fiery red number, the little side fringe at the front. She's quite long also. I love the way this one sits, and I don't have to wear a hat with it. And Beyonce Shakira. I can't remember who named that one for me actually, but she's real good fun. She's quite heavy and she'll keep me warm. Just, there's a lot of hair, you know? Maybe I'll wear this one today. And there's still about 19 in that bag that I haven't shown you yet. So I get a lot of questions on my videos asking why I wear wigs. So if you're new around here, I had cancer many, many years ago when I lost all of my hair due to chemotherapy. And that's when I fell in love with wigs. And then obviously my hair grew back, but it was still pretty rubbish. It wasn't Beyonce Shakira. So I kind of just stuck with the wigs. I feel like they're a great way to express yourself and they're a great way to like change up your outfits and your vibe. It's just such good fun to just pick a different wig every single day. So if you are going through treatment for cancer, or if you have alopecia or stress, anything where you may experience hair loss, then I'll leave the link to all of these wigs in the description. They're not expensive. They're all synthetic hair. They're not real hair, but I will leave a real hair wig link down below as well, just to let you know where I get my real hair wigs. Yes, I still do want to bring out my own wig line, of course I do. It's like a massive passion of mine, and I would really love to help people just feel more confident in themselves if they need to. I've been very busy on the road, so it hasn't actually got started yet, I'm not gonna lie. I've got big plans for it, but I just don't have time at the minute with traveling full time and editing and everything that comes with being on the road by yourself. So I'll get started as soon as I get home and I've got some time in my little garden studio behind my desk, and I'll get the ball rolling, because honestly I can't wait to do it. Would you like to have a sleepover? Can I show you my van? Because I actually believe that this van is the perfect van for anybody. A lot of people also have been asking me, what's the best thing about your van and the worst thing? Let me share the best things. You can stand up in him, and there's still this much room. Craig can't stand up in Custard. It's got a shower and a toilet. The shower design is a winner. Very compact, very smart. Cooker, oven and fridge, hot water and diesel heater, Apple CarPlay, power steering, lots of windows windows that bring in loads of light. Sometimes the views are spectacular. He's super simple in the electrics department. Nothing that a small punch can't fix. Storage galore. It's like Mary Poppins handbag type storage. There's enough for everyone and their dog. And when the beds are properly built and made, he can easily sleep like 94 people. And the best part, he's proper cozy. Major brownie points for being the coziest of vans. The worst things. I have to jam a wooden spoon into the side of the cooker lid or it doesn't stay up. He's a bit like a drunk uncle at a party. You never really know if he's going to kick off or not. He's pretty slow uphill. We all have to lean forward and I feel like if there were sheep walking past, they would take over us. He's very grumpy in the mornings, doesn't want to go. So there's a choke that I have to pull out. He loves to overheat and throw a paddy, like daily, in just very small traffic jams. So we always have to pull over. And he leaks. It's been quite stormy here the last few days, so we have had multiple pots and pans catching the drips. But he's mine, and I love him, and he's done me so proud on this whole trip. There's lots of things I need to fix when we get home. Okay, let's go explore. So I got this bike like just in time for me to come away. I was actually really nervous that I wouldn't arrive in time, and I haven't even used it yet. So today is the day. This is Bike Jones 2.0. Oh, let's come here. Righto. Oh my god, lock on it, cheapers. So this is the BK11 Hitway bike. I chose it before I came because it folds in half, and originally I didn't have the bike rack, so I was just going to store it in the aisle in the kitchen, and I'm really glad I never, because yeah, you've seen how heavy it is to get in and out. Right, we'll leave in a minute. I remember testing this bike out when I was at home, and it's very powerful. Gotta take it easy. There's cows! What a great way to start the day. Hello ladies, how are you today? Just wanted to say you look lush, and I'm off up the mountain, so if you don't see me in like 2 to 3 hours, just let the staff know at the campsite that potentially I'm in danger.
The ride from the campsite to the foot of the mountain was gorgeous. It was a big change from all of the thunder and lightning that we'd been having lately. The cycle path hugged the lake all the way around, and I passed the cutest German cafes and restaurants lining the front.
Oh, we made it. That was only a short cycle. Not that I did much cycling. Absolutely boiling though. The sun's come out, which is great. This just caught my eye. I wonder why. One ticket to the top, please. All right, we're here. This is the top of the mountain. I'm not sure how long that would take. If you follow me over here, I don't know what that red one means, but I feel like that says something like the easiest route. I think maybe that's the one we'll go for. Follow the black line. I mean, this is my kind of hike. I haven't done any walking yet, and that is my view. Pretty cool. For a start off, who is she? Hiking. This is like one of the main things to do around here, so I thought I'd better give it a go. I just don't feel like you can come to Europe in the summer and not do a hike. Amazing. So I've definitely learned a lot about myself being on the road as a solo woman, and I'm really happy to say that my experience has been great, because you never really know how it's going to go, you know. I anticipated so much before I left. Am I going to be safe? Am I going to get kidnapped? You know, all the usual stuff as a lady. But it's been brilliant. I haven't once felt unsafe, apart from maybe if I've parked in a car park overnight and there's people just sort of hanging around, you know, might leave me a bit on edge. There's loads of door handles going, and there's somebody moving around the van. My anxiety is just up now. I cannot sleep. But apart from that, it's been great. Like even just leaving the car unattended, I felt like I could do that, no problem, it wasn't going to get nicked. So some things I've learnt since being on the road, I guess, that I want to share. Trust your gut. If something doesn't feel quite right, then just leave. Park nose out. I read in the comments a few weeks ago, somebody said, always park with your nose out, so that if you need to get anywhere in a hurry, you can just drive off. That was a good tip I learned from you guys. You guys also mentioned to have like men's boots outside, or like a man's jacket or a dog bowl just so people don't think you're alone. If you are really worried about that kind of thing, it could potentially deter people from knocking. So Craig's followed me on this whole trip because I've shared my live location with him on Find My iPhone or something. I'm not that tech savvy, but I know he watches me. I would say to have somebody know where you are at all times, at least one person, because I've listened to way too many real survival stories podcasts. I don't even know where I am. Craig does. And I've always tried to find like designated motorhome park-ups. They are generally cheaper than a campsite and usually have lots of amenities. There's loads of apps that can help you finding a place to park. My main go-to was Park for Night, but then there's like iOverlander, and I also used CampSpot for campsites, like really beautiful ones in Germany. Okay, so I think I'm at the start now. There are many hikes you can do around here. It's just incredible. It's 2:15 and the last cable car down is 5. There's no way I can do a 2-hour hike in 3 hours. Not a chance. So I'm going for the 45-minute one, and I really hope that's round trip, but I don't think it will be. Also, get somebody to write you some daily inspirational quotes before you go, or just do it yourself. Honestly, waking up to Jude's inspirational quotes every day has really helped me sort of be alone, and it's really like given me the courage and the strength and the motivation to just be like, right, I've got this, you're a champion, we can do this today, let's go for it. Another thing while you're on the road on your own is that it's okay to have a good cry, make you feel better. It does after a good cry, you instantly feel better about everything. I could cry now, to be honest. I am that guy who says hello to everyone walking past, but no one seems to want to say it back. I just need someone to tell me I'm doing well, you know? It's fine. I'll do it on my own. The wig was a bad idea. Such a heavy one, I should have worn a short one. Sticking to my armpits. But we move, as the kids say. I'm taking a lot of breaks. Alright, I've got a feeling that's a good sign. And we're nearly at the top. Thank the Lord.
Climbing this mountain has felt like a metaphor for my whole trip. Through all the struggles and fear, I've pushed forward, small step by small step, going at my own pace and gaining confidence and belief in myself on my own time. Here's to everyone conquering their own mountain, even if you did get a cable car halfway up.
Okay, back down we go. I feel like doing this hike is really pushing myself out of my comfort zone because, as you guys know, if I get hot, I hit the deck. It doesn't worry me to do this because I know if I have a panic attack, if I faint, it's whatever, you're not going to die. And preempting that and just like worrying about that the night before, the week before, it just ruins your life. It does, and I know it's easier said than done, but try not to dwell on, oh, but what if? You know, I've done it before, so maybe I'll do it again. I'm going to fall off this cliff any minute now. Never mind fainting, she's gone, lads. All right, I better head back down. Great result, didn't die, didn't faint, didn't pass out, but I do smell like beef and I'm starving. Let's get some dinner. So we're gonna just cycle back, hopefully before the rain, to my little camp spot, which I love. And I've got steak, vegan, and potatoes. Oh, the chains come off. Do you know what I automatically thought then? Where's a man? But I'm gonna try and do this myself. Me make it out like it's really hard. Is that it? Like, is that actually it? All right, it was easier than I thought it was gonna be. Good to go. Crisis averted. Back to Walter Peach we go. Yes, for the breeze. Alright, I'm just coming across the other side of the lake and Walter Peach's door is wide open. Like, I didn't lock it because I didn't think I needed to, but I'm not sure why it's wide open. You all saw me slam it. Oh, my laptop and everything's in there. I hope everything's still there. Not me getting robbed on my last week. Don't fight me. Oh, it's okay. That's my laptop, so if anyone was going to take it, they would have. Thank God for that. Maybe the wind blew it. That door hasn't shut properly since I left, so maybe it did just sort of gradually open. So I think I might put my awning out and then have dinner outside tonight because it's my last dinner alone, so I have to romanticize myself a little bit. change before I make dinner because I really smell and the wig's got to come off. It's been really cold the whole time I've been here, which has been really nice because it's super cozy in the van. But when the sun comes out, it's warm. European summer warm. It's all got to come off. All of it. Gotta go. Pie is so much better. It's lush. So dinner time. I'm actually quite excited for dinner tonight because this steak that I've got I've never tried before and it looks really good. Hold the phone please. Oh, my legs. Oh, I can't even kneel. I didn't even walk that far. Where are you, you little bugger? Oh, maybe we'll have a cider. I have got some nice wine as well that we could have tonight. You know, just like a little celebration party to celebrate the fact that I managed to do it and I'm still alive. This is she. It doesn't look lush, I'm not gonna lie. But Lidl, that's where we got that. Pasta salad, some Gurkensalat. I've grown to love this stuff. I think it's just potato salad, but it's quite sour. It's like pickled. Probably the best thing to come out of Germany ever. And the potatoes, kind of like hash brownie things. Very tasty. Oh, we've got a blackberry cider. Maybe we'll do that instead. And then there's plenty for dessert. However, I did buy myself an actual cake. I just thought if we're gonna throw a party tonight just to celebrate the win, then why not get a full cake? I say full, I did have a bit. But I found vegan Nutella, so I thought that and the Nutella would be lovely. We might just have to try it out just to see if this, you know, could have been contaminated. Oh my god, that's filthy. That is very special. Alright, plant-based Nutella. Try this with your partner. If you're not vegan and you're like, God, you bloody vegans. Try normal Nutella, plant-based Nutella. Blindfolded, I bet you you can't tell the difference. Alright, well dinner plans have changed. I could cry. Small dinner, large dessert. Okay, first things first. Do a little cheeky cider, shall we? I don't really drink cider. I don't really drink, to be honest, but anything with like flavour in it, or pink or purple. Oh, that smells really good. A little bit of an aftertaste, but it'd be nice. I've already tried the wine for us, you know, to make sure it was good, so we'll have some of that later. Just as well we're at a campsite, because there'll be no driving tonight. Steak. I mean, it looks good. I know I don't need all this food, but it's got to be eaten. It goes off today, so we'll give it a go. Well, this is it, guys. This is my last dinner date. On my own, with myself. Pretty cool place to have it. And I've got a banging dinner. Bloody Nora, what a trip it's been, eh? I'm sure it's been thrilling for you guys to watch just as much as it has been for me to experience it. Let's try this. That's really good. Do you know, for some people that are like, it tastes too much like meat, that could be that. The only other good steak that I know is the marbles one, but that's more like a shredded. This is kind of like a proper steak. I would recommend that. Very peppery, very nice. I'm back. I'm so old. So I came away to do this trip because I just felt like I needed some headspace. You know, 17 years working, living with Craig, doing everything together, which I wholeheartedly love. I love waking up to him every single morning. Like, it never gets old, I never get bored. And I know he'd say the same about me. I just felt like if YouTube was to stop for us, who would I be? Kind of took a step back and needed to find myself again. And who's Amy? Like, what is she about? I definitely know more who the core Amy is, put it that way. I know that I can, full stop. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this. Anxiety and all, how would it feel to go solo and to have nobody else to rely on apart from me? Because I am clumsy and sometimes it does get me down. You know, that time I flipped the rickshaw, I was so hard on myself because I was like, of course, it would only be me that would do that. Craig's driven it 3,000 miles across India. I take it home and have a go. Flip the whole thing. Put everyone's lives in danger. And I know it was a mistake, but I just felt like I couldn't trust myself, you know? But I am capable. I 100% trust myself now, especially after doing this trip. It feels good. It feels really good. That's not the wine talking either. Oh gosh, I didn't think I would get emotional on this. It's been a lot more mentally difficult than I thought. But life throws at you things that you need to handle and lessons that you need to learn. Apparently. Just the fact that, like, I've driven myself here from Wales to Germany by myself with Walter, it just makes me feel so independent and like I can really be in control of my life. I really want this trip to sort of resonate with you guys, and I want it to teach your daughters and the future generation that women got this. You can absolutely do anything that a man can. But I want to normalise it more than anything, you know? It's not like, oh, Amy's going off on her own. All my family are like, shit, are you okay? Everyone's checking in with me at all hours of the day. Get off my stick. I remember making myself a video when I first left. That first day, the hardest day I've ever had, honest to God. And I really pushed myself through my anxiety that whole time. And then on the Eurotunnel, I made myself a little video, which I'll play here. Hiya, future me. So this is me, you, May the 23rd, it's your birthday. It's our birthday. And I just thought I would do a little video note to my future self to say congratulations. You've finished it, you've done it, you've got a lovely tan, and you actually did what you said you were going to do, and you should be really proud of yourself, because right now is a very nerve-wracking time for us. It's the first night in the van. I'm not even sure where I'm going to sleep yet, but I'm just looking forward into the future to see how far we will take this series. So I hope you've had the best time. I know you will have. I'm not 100% sure what this video is, but I just thought I would do it to show you how far you've come from this day to where you're at now. Well done. Jeez, the time has flown. I don't have much of a tan because I'm a bit of a vampire. Everything you see is fake. It just seems like a world away, you know? And how much I've grown since that actual video. One of my main worries for this trip was getting ill or having a panic attack, and I did both of those things. I know that wherever in the world I have them, there'll be people there to help me. I couldn't have done this trip without some of the people that I've met. With Sven, with David, with Teresa. They were just my real life heroes. They just told me that the world is good, you know? There's a lot of bad things going on in the world, and it really gets me. But they've just reminded me that there is good in the world. But yeah, I hope you find some courage in this little monologue of mine. I cannot recommend it enough, honestly. They say you may be travelling on your own, but you're never truly alone. Dinner's cold now, guys, thanks for that. Catch that double chin. Oh, might be better than Lint. I'm not even sure. It was so hazelnutty. Okay, so we'll just start with that much. We'll probably do the whole cake by this evening. A little bit like that, a little bit like that. We're gonna need a minute. Slightly dry, but it's good. I don't even know what cake that is. I just bought it. I should make a cup of tea. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I'll catch you in bed. Oh, so bad. Oh, I think my inverter's just died. Turn that off then. Oh, at least it's still a vibe. I am plugged in, so should that happen? I feel like I'm 95% there with the electrics and getting how they work. I did have the inverter on when maybe I shouldn't have. Oh well. I feel like we're in an old church. So I'm only putting this down to show you how big the bed can actually be. Obviously Craig's not here to sleep in this one, but that table sits in there, and I think this floor piece then comes up, sits in the middle, but we haven't got the right apparatus for the bottom of it. But if it was working, this is the amount of room we'd have. Humongous! This would be great if I had all of this to sleep in the whole time. This is probably the most ambient pee I've ever had. Alright, everything's just going to be a little bit darker than I thought. That's okay, we're going to make tea by candlelight. Given my clumsy history, we probably shouldn't have open flames in the van. Do your thing. Okay, we have chai tea or Earl Grey. Let's go chai. Feeling a bit fruity this afternoon, this evening. Alright, this strange disco light setup is gonna have to work. So yeah, This time of night I usually grab a book, grab a cup of tea. I'm reading Grey After Dark. I haven't started it yet, so can't recommend it. But I have read 2 books on this trip so far. Don't ask me where I found the time. I'm part of a Facebook group, and one girl had done my job for me, and she'd written up there as a post, give me the best book you've ever read. I want it to be a 5 out of 5. And these 2 are on there. I'm not usually just like a thriller girl, or, well, these aren't horror, but with an undertone of threatening. The girl who was taken, it was a little bit slow, but it did pick up in the end. It was quite a good ending. I wouldn't recommend it though. And A Flicker in the Dark. Again, a good storyline. Took a bit of a while to get into it, but I kind of figured it out by the end. Now these were people's 5-star books, okay? So I'm gonna put it out there. I want a 10-star book. I want something that's gonna grip me, something I can't put down. I'm not really fussed about the niche. I think I'm quite eclectic when it comes to reading. I just like it good. Please. My favourite book that I've ever read, which I read in the back of the Fiat Panda Veranda Babes on the Mongol Rally, was Shantaram. That was a very good book. And obviously Stephen King, and anything to do with him. So I need something good. But I guess reading's out of the question tonight, because I can't see. This is the first time this has ever happened. But like I said, it's been stormy all week. So I've had no solar, and I haven't been driving for the last 3 days, so that'll be why. So I guess I'll just watch a film instead. So yeah, any film recommendations as well. Again, I'm not fussed. Give me your best film that you've ever watched. I know that's a really hard question. I was also thinking, and now this is just a thought, but I would love to do it, a girls' meetup. I don't know what that will entail, whether it be like vans or, you know, I don't want to leave people out that don't have vans. A trip somewhere. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, and if I get a lot of people, a lot of girls saying, yeah, I'd love to do that, like count me in. I'll try and figure something out, potentially for next year, because I think I'm quite busy this year, and the house is going to start getting built soon as well, so I'll have to be there for that. But yeah, let me know. I would love that. I would love to meet other girls, especially those that want to solo travel. I can just talk to and try and talk into doing this kind of thing. I would love that. I 100% can tell you that anybody can do this. It's just the courage and the bravery and the want to do it as well. And a motto that I've lived by: go solo, go scared, and go anyway. Well, that was a bit of a rubbish sleep. The rain came, the thunder and the wind. I just don't have a good sleep whenever it rains. One, because it's so loud on the roof. It's not like soothing. It's not like, oh, it's a lovely rain sound, I'm gonna go to sleep to that. No. And number 2, whenever it rains that hard, the van leaks. Boy, did it leak last night. I've been putting Craig's sleeping bag down to catch the rain. Halfway through the middle of the night, then I was like, oh no, Craig's coming. And if I don't have sun today, I'm not gonna be able to dry his sleeping bag, and he's got to sleep in here tonight. I grabbed a towel and put it over, but that wasn't before Craig's sleeping bag took a bit of a hit. Just comes from the top of the door, and then it comes all the way down, drips by there, drips by there, and it also drips by here. Like, look how damp all that is. But I will never tire of this view. How cool. But none of that matters, because even though I'm sleepy, today is a very exciting day. Today we get Craig back. It feels like the end of one era and the start of another. Start of us travelling again together, which I just love. But I had some very exciting news yesterday as well. I'm getting my engagement ring back. I went through insurance, and they're going to make it again for me. So I've been going back and forth with them. They've asked me to pick my sapphire. They've been so good on wanting to get the new ring very, very close to the one I lost. Like, even to the point where they're like, what shade of pink do you want? And they're all very similar, but they're not. Do you know what I mean? Because when Craig proposed in Japan 2 years ago, he wanted a light pink sapphire to represent the cherry blossoms around us at the time. So the first batch of pink that they sent us was just a little bit too dark. So yeah, I've got that to look forward to picking up when I get home. I was gutted when I lost it, like truly, truly gutted. And I thought it would turn up, I really did, but to no avail. So I'm gonna take myself out for my last solo breakfast. I'm actually gonna go out for it. I don't think I've ever taken myself out for breakfast. I have dinner, and that was very liberating, I suppose. But before that, I've got a lot of van chores to do. I've just been stuck in one place for the last sort of few days, so I need to like empty the toilet, the grey waste. I want to get everything spick and span and clean for when Craig gets here. Let's get cracking. I'm so tired. Okay, first things first, let's get ready. Okay, let's clean. Because all of this and all of this mess, just catching the leaks down the back, and all of this, checkout is in 20 minutes. All right, we're partially clean. I'm just gonna check out and then hopefully we can use all the services. Oh, better go. Oh, the bike. Righto. I was just gonna stick it in the alleyway, but then I thought to myself, no, because you're just waiting for Craig to put it back on. And this is a solo trip, so you can do it. And as much as I don't want to, I can, with great difficulty. It's things like this that were one of the reasons why I wanted to come away. I don't trust myself to put that bike back on. I don't trust that when I drive off, it's not gonna just fall off and hit somebody's windscreen, like kill a few guys, you know? But I'm gonna make sure I do it and I do it properly, and I'll shake it before I leave. This should be fun. I haven't even had breakfast yet though, so I might not be that strong.
One thing I wanted this trip to teach me was independence. Now, I don't know who made this bike as heavy as the Eiffel Tower, but we had a fight. And basically, the bike won.
No, I'm okay, thanks. I'll get it.
Get it.
Maybe not. Right. Thank you, that's great. Okay, I won't drive too far to begin with. Alright, do you remember that key that we couldn't find the other day so we couldn't fill up our water? Well, I found it, so we can do it today. Safe and sound.
Another thing I wanted this trip to teach me was to trust myself. It hasn't been an easy trip. Basically everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. But I know that there's a deeper lesson that I needed to learn to overcome these situations. And I've never felt more strong as a woman or as myself.
Fingers crossed this place does cake and coffee. Brilliant spot for a cafe. Look how cute it is. It's shut. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, this one looks quite posh actually. Not sure if they'll let me in with neon basketball shorts, but we shall try. Are you closed?
It's open. They have cake and I'm sure they have vegan cake.
You had me at cake, no problem, thank you. Chocolate cake. Because I can. One thing I love about travelling solo and being an adult, because she is, believe it or not, is that you can just have cake for breakfast. Like you just choose whatever you want. Oh my god, that is the thickest chocolate cake I've ever had. Oh, all down my trousers, wicked. Yeah, a lot of people ask me online, like, how do you film yourself in front of people? We've done this for 10 years, so it's kind of like second nature now, but I just don't really care what people think. A lot of people that are watching and looking and smiling and smirking, a lot of them are probably like, good on you, it's really good fun, I'd love to be a YouTuber. And then there's other ones that are like insecure with themselves. I feel sorry for you that you've judged me. Didn't your mum ever teach you, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all? But yeah, if you want to start a YouTube but you're worried about people watching you, don't worry about it. I've got a great life, like, look. Can we just take a moment? All because of this camera sat in front of me now. Don't let anybody take your shine away. Love your life, love what you're doing, put everything into it, and back yourself to the moon and back. Another little tip if you're coming basically anywhere in Europe is to get the Easy Park app. It's to pay for parking, super easy, just another app to add to your list. And that parking cost me €4.60. Is that what it is? Lost my mind there for a second.
So I found a little secluded spot all for me. If you walk around the lake, you will find lots of them dotted around. I literally walked for around 7 minutes to find this one.
So I just want to go through like the fun things that I've actually done and achieved on this trip. Starting with dinner in the sky, like how cool is that? It was such a cool experience and like one of my first that I did on my own. And then the hot air balloon, that was mental. Look how high we are and she's cooking. It was class. I had a wicked day that day. Obviously it didn't end that well.
You know you have to pay for the service.
And then the chocolate video, eating chocolate for the first time in like 16 years. That was literally one of my favourite videos I've ever filmed. With Craig, without Craig. Like, I had such a good day. Meeting that chocolatier, I think all my like childhood dreams and adult dreams all came true. I still can't believe that. That's what you can call a job, you know? Making chocolate. But yeah, it's just changed my life, having chocolate every day. All of the wicked places that I've swam, all of the really cool park-ups that I've found. But yeah, it's like 4:30 now. I've spent a nice little bit of time here just relaxing. So I'm gonna mosey on and I can't wait to pick him up. I can't wait to see him. We've only been away from each other for like a week. But honestly, like this whole chapter feels like such a new chapter in our very thick book. Just the way Craig has like put himself out there and really decided to work on himself and choose himself. It's made me so proud and I can honestly see him as a happier guy, which just makes me melt inside. It makes me the happiest girl and I just can't wait to be with him again. So let's go and get him.